Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we have a full day of recipes, and what I'm trying to do right now is kind of combine as many as I can. So right here I combined 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 large onion, but I'm going to make 2 separate recipes from this. But before we continue, I'm going to add 2 packets of taco seasoning. We're going to make cheesy burritos, and we're also going to make, what else were we going to make? Oh yeah, a taco baked potato. So it's basically a baked potato with taco meat and fixings on top. So what we have to do now is go ahead and get this to simmering, and then once it gets hot and bubbly, I will drain it and I will separate these out into 2 separate skillets, because we have 2 separate recipes to make with this meat. Okay, I'm gonna put a little more water in there. Okay. So once I get these divided, I'll come right back to you and we can go ahead and start on the first recipe. I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, y'all, so I separated the meat into 2 different pans. And now I took a packet of rice. I found this. But we need to try to find, if you can, try to find a Chipotle type rice. Couldn't find any, of course. And they had Mexican and all that, but I wanted to try to do something different. So I got that one. Never used it before, so, you know, don't know. So what it is you're going to want 1 pack of that type of rice or some sort of pre-cooked rice. This is for your burrito. So you're going to make a cheesy burrito with this. I'm going to take our Mrs. Dash Chipotle seasoning from the other recipe and put a little bit in here, because it was supposed to be Chipotle rice, but like I said, I couldn't find that. So, alright. So all you're going to do with this rice is already cooked. You just are going to kind of like warm it up, basically. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to warm it up just a little bit. I had drained my water and my grease from my meat. And since I decided to put the meat together from both recipes, one was a little bit different. One didn't have onion. I can't remember which one it was. Anyway, one of them didn't have onion. But I was like, you know what? It's not going to matter. So we're just going to put it all together. So you can put any cooked rice in this you want to. Preferably a flavored rice. But you can put plain in if that's all you have. But I always like to use some of my seasonings to help with that. And then, like I said, I put a little bit of Chipotle, and I'm going to put just a little bit more. And this is salt-free, so if we want to add salt later, we can. Alright, so I'm just warming it up. And I'm going to get my burritos. I'm going to get my burrito-sized tortillas. And we're going to fill them up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my burrito-sized tortillas here on a plate. I also had some leftover Rotel that looks awful, but it's still good. So we're going to use that as our cheese sauce. You don't have to do that. Velveeta makes a cheese sauce that you can use. Or you can get canned nacho cheese, which I have right here. Or you can get this, which I do have. Or you can just use shredded cheddar, whichever one. I'm going to run out of Rotel, so I know that I can use some shredded cheddar on some of these. That Rotel is literally just Rotel tomatoes, a can of Rotel tomatoes, and some Velveeta, and that's it. There's no meat or anything in it. So I'm going to make these kind of big. Not huge, but Okay, and I made a mess like always. Okay, so now I'm gonna drizzle some of this on here. Not much, just a little bit. Then we're just gonna fold these up. Now what I am gonna do, because we liked it before, I'm going to take a dry skillet and I'm going to toast these, and then I'll show you the finished product as soon as I get done. I'm gonna go ahead and get them all finished so that I can show y'all. And it was this recipe that asked for the onion to be added. So the other recipe that we're gonna do with the baked potatoes that are baking right now, it didn't say anything about onion, but it's not gonna hurt anything for that to be in there. Just more seasoning. Okay, so let me finish stuffing these, and then I'm going to go ahead and put them in a dry skillet and toast the outside edges, and then as soon as I'm done with that, I will come back to you. Okay, y'all, so I've already got them all toasty and brown, and I'm gonna cut this open so we can look at the inside. So a little cheesy burrito, meat and rice. You probably could have added some beans to it, but I didn't want to make it that heavy. But there you go. All right, let's move on to the next recipe. Okay, y'all, so my potatoes are ready, and I gotta finish my meat topping. So after you've already added your taco seasoning to this and you've drained it, you're gonna add about, let me see, I can use this spatula. You're gonna add about half a cup of a cheese sauce. You can do whatever cheese sauce you want. This one's Rico's Gourmet Nacho. That's like my go-to. Rico's does make a cheddar cheese. You could use that in a pinch, but they do taste different. Okay? And a half a cup of your favorite salsa or picante sauce. And then you're just gonna stir all this together. Stir it all up, and that's basically the gist of your meat portion, and the rest of it comes on to like what toppings that you would use, stuff like that. And I'm fixing to get a potato out and show you exactly how Britt did it, because this is another one of her recipes. And you know, she takes the mundane and kind of jazzes it up. And so like any of your cheap budget type meals, you would be able to do a lot of this, because it just, you know, you can make a simple cheese sauce out of Velveeta itself without having to buy the Velveeta sauce packs. Or you could use this can of Gourmet Nacho by Rico's. It's about $3 a can. So I don't know, you know, what your budget is, but you may not want to spend like that. And the Velveeta, you know, you can use it for multiple things. So that's where my head is. But let me go ahead and get a baked potato out, and I'll show you how to assemble. Okay, y'all. So you're going to take your potato that's still extremely hot, and you're going to put melted butter on it. In my case, I have softened butter, and I figured, you know what, as hot as this potato is, it'll be fine. It'll be fine because this stuff's melting. Alright, so this is how she did hers, and that's what we're going to do too. I never thought about putting butter on it, but anyway. So then we are going to take, let me get a tablespoon because it'll probably be easier. Take our meat. We'll put on this. It's gonna be so good. Okay. And basically, your shredded cheddar that it's so hot in my kitchen that it's trying to melt in the bag. Okay, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of green onion for color. And that's it. Big old loaded baked potato with some taco meat on it. Yum, 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 yum. Really easy and simple. Great for a budget. I told my boys that maybe we needed to do a baked potato bar that could probably save on groceries. So we may be doing that in the future. Okay. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.